There's an
still starts another journey into the desert. I was hoping you could hear that. A little bit of that Mach Rider medley there from the great, what is it, from the Super Smash Brothers Medley Orchestra way back in 2001. Best stuff ever. You can hear all the different tunes from Star Fox and Metroid and Kirby and Pokemon. Now, let us see what are we doing here. What I'm going to do, because I don't have all the abilities yet. Now let me see if I could. Let's. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Presentation's always important. Okay, so I got to go through the hexagons. Is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to conquer the hexagons. Whatever the hexagons have, I'm going to look around it. I have my fire abilities. I've gotten some enhancements. 55 missiles. I went back to the Volt Forge to get that missile. There's an energy tank in one of those secret bases that I'm not able to reach. I think Boost Ball can get me that extra energy tank. And then there's an electric ability that gets me the other one. I have no electric abilities, no ice abilities, just the fire ones. And yeah, that's going to be unfortunate. Let's see. All right. I'll adjust the presentation of this as we go along here. Oh, let's check that out. Let's check that out. There's a little... Yeah, let's check that out. Let's see what that is. Whatever is this? Is this the end? So, Game Boy. Game Boy, back, I think I got it when it was brand new, 1989. And I'll tell you what, the Game Boy took up 4 batteries, 4 AA batteries. And it had that yellow-green spinach presentation. So, as you can tell, it was not a very friendly thing to get. Now, Sega, those were the days. Welcome to the next level. Sega commercials, right? If a dog could drink out of a toilet, you know, that's a Nintendo customer. You know, they took blows at Nintendo. But that commercial was, when I think of the Game Boy, that's the commercial I think of the most. There were other ones like Super Nintendo versus Sega Genesis. Ooh, what is that? Oh. Stop! Shoot the things! Oh, shit. Oh, oh. Yeah, I don't trust any of these. So I think either I got it on my birthday of 1989 or Christmas. I don't remember which one. I think I got it on my birthday, right? If we're talking about the Game Boy, but the Woe Color commercial is the one I remember the most. I remember that the fat dude. He looked like this one guy. Uh, Either his name was Adolfo or Alonzo in high school. Is a fat piece of shit. Okay. Oh, wait, what's this? Can I... Oh, great. This is an electric exercise, is it? So I can't get in there without electricity. Now, now everybody knows the pack-in game for the Game Boy was Tetris. And it's a one that an ex of mine, some girl I used to date, she loved Tetris. She loved Tetris. She couldn't get enough Tetris if you paid her. And she probably liked the Superman movie as well. What is that? What is that? Golem. Nothing I can do here, I think. Methinks that I need my electric abilities to go through here as a morph ball and then do some other shit. So I can't do anything here. I might as well recharge while I'm at it. So Tetris I got with my Game Boy. 4 batteries, 4 AA batteries, mind you. Not 2 AA, not lithium ion, smart charging, nothing like that. Nothing like your phones or tablets today, or my phone or tablet today. Very simple, very, like you get Energizer or Duracell. I sometimes recommend Energizer batteries. Spinach color design. It was that one commercial. Remember that commercial I showed you about the kid that looked like Michael J. Fox or J.D. Roth from Game Pro? He had the jean jacket, the jeans, the shoes, right? And he would have the Game Boy speakers, the Game Boy magnifying glass, and all kinds of shit attached to his Game Boy. And it looked like a big bulky mess. It looked like he was doing a science. It looked like he looked like the opposite of what he would make fun of was the Poindexter nerd with the tape on his glasses and shit. He looked like he had. They would look like they would have those kinds of devices, and it looked so bad. And yeah, so with the Game Boy, it did not have a backlit screen. Okay, no backlit screen, and you have to magnify things to see things sometimes. Everything, it had a dot matrix presentation. And in that dot matrix presentation, everything had a very blurry movement. Of course, only one Metroid game would be compatible with the Game Boy, and that was Metroid 2, The Return of Samus, which is the sequel to this one, I think. Okay, so I gotta make a U-turn. Now, when I think of 3 Game Boy like launch games or 3 initial Game Boy games that are sort of like they tell you about the beginnings of Game Boy, they would be Tetris, Super Mario Land, and Alleyway, featuring Mario and Mario characters. Alleyway was basically Arkanoid or Batty on the ZX Spectrum. So I have to look around this whole structure here. So all I'm doing right now is just conquering the hexagons. Now down there are a bunch of creatures that I don't know if I want to deal with those. I would say that I would avoid this area for now until I've seen everything else because I am not super confident about those things. Let me see. Here we go. Okay, let's see this. A ver. Anything over here? I mean, this is the entirety of the game, right? Just being on this planet. Oh, let's see. Can I jump on these things? No. Nope. Alleyway, Super Mario Land. I beat those games. Well, I didn't beat Alleyway. Alleyway's challenging. Alleyway's challenging. Tetris you can beat. And Super Mario Land's not too bad. Those are the days because there was not information in games. Like with Mega Man for the Game Boy, Mega Man 2 through 5. Some games would only have 4 levels or 4 worlds instead of 8 because the Game Boy could only handle so much. This was the successor to Game & Watch games. So you had the next step was having a Game Boy with interchangeable games instead of buying like another Game Boy for another game. So it would take about if it came out, it would take about 8 years to get a full color Game Boy. Okay, it took about 7 years for a Game Boy Pocket. They had Game Boy in different colors: red, green, yellow, black, and transparent, like Prison Edition. And then they would have the Pocket Edition, where it would be a larger screen, but it would be smaller. Let's see. Oh, what the fuck? What is that? What the hell is that? I've seen it before. Some rollabout creature rolling about. I have no idea what it was. Is he gonna mess with me? Probably. This away, I think. A lot of places I can't go to. I would say I need the electric ability more than the ice ability. I'm not about to give Nintendo my money for an amiibo. Oh shit. What is that? What is that? Should we go under there? This thing here. $52 missiles, 40 heat missiles. Okay. Now the adapter for the Game Boy, or something you just plug in and play it while you're without batteries. So if you didn't want to use your batteries up, you would hook it up to the adapter. The adapter is about the size, or the original Game Boy adapter is about the size of a. How do I put it? It's the size of a soap bar. So imagine getting a bar of soap. It's that big. I mean, it was a big, bulky adapter. It's hard to get upset because nothing's happening right now. Nothing happens. What does this green energy do for me? I have no idea. I'm constantly checking to see what hasn't been conquered yet. Oh, I can't. You can't glitch your way up there. You can't brute force it. In Zelda, of course, you can climb things, but Samus doesn't know how to climb. Samus is not a climber. But there must be a way up there, I think. Here's what I would have done with the amiibos, okay? I would have put like Game Genie like codes, and if you scan your amiibo, they work for like 30 minutes. So like if you get like, let's say, unlimited missiles, or let's say you're invincible for 30 minutes if you scan your amiibo, right? You get a random like, so if you have amiibos, they'll have certain cheat codes on them. Now, that is how you motivate people to buy amiibos, to buy something they don't really need, but something to nerf the game a bit, to say, okay, I want to be invincible for 30 minutes and do stuff. Okay, so you get the amiibo and you can do that. Not for stuff like music. That's ridiculous. That's silly shit. That's not what you do with amiibos. That's not how we get people's attention. Shit. Okay. Whatever is this? This feels like something. Oh. What a bastard. You gotta have some enemies, right? I don't know who that spitting enemy was. So I think I used it for a few years. Let me think. Yeah, I played with the original Game Boy for a few years. My cousin Gabriel had the 1989, or no, yeah, 1989 version, the Game Boy version of Batman, which was more accurate to the movie than the NES Batman from Sunsoft. And I think it was one of those rare times where we looked at a Game Boy. We did something together where he wasn't being a piece of fucking shit. But he used to be a piece of fucking shit way back when. Okay, let us scan that. Sculpture of Lakash. Okay. Locking system. This lock can be removed only if social. Okay, well, fuck me, because I can't do anything with this. That's nice. So it's one of those times where, my cousin Gabriel was not being a piece of garbage. Because if he'd be alive today, he would be working on cars. Maybe he'd have 3 or 4 kids, or 2 or 3 kids. But he gave up on life when he had the AIDS virus. He just gave up. That wouldn't happen until the Super Nintendo era, but I don't know. Some people are wrapped up in their own bullshit. It's my family's wrapped up in smelling their own farts. It's like you got to look at how other people feel. It's not all about what you want. That's what they would tell me. Like, don't you be selfish, but that goes for everyone. It's not just a lesson for kids or the last people in this family. That's a lesson for everyone. Everyone cannot be that way. There is a superstructure over there. Okay. Well, I would be cheating you off if I didn't go over there. I'm scared to go over there, but let's find out. What is that? Is that a trap? Or somebody's trying to reach out? It's like a little bit of No Man's Sky, isn't it? All this, 22 minutes in, let's find out what's going on. 22 and a half minutes. Let's find out if it's worth the effort. Let's see. Transfer pod. Okay. Okay. So, I don't know what that does. Should I destroy it from the front? I can't destroy it. I can't get it open. But there's something here. More bugs. I didn't play with my Game Boy as much, I think because I think I got Zelda later. Was it Link's Awakening? But eventually I got Game Boy Color in '97, but I traded that for the Game Boy Advance. That's a later story. Hold on, hold on. Oh, please, in 20 hells. Let me have that. Oh, yeah, if you don't destroy them, they keep at it. If you don't destroy them, they keep at it. These bugs. What can I do here? Grapple node. Oh, good. Grapple node. That's nice. So I can't do anything here either. Alright. Where else shall I go? What else should I do? Go that way. Let's take a look down there. I think I got... You know what? One thing I will say about the Game Boy is that I had two models of the original gray one. And I think they made a slightly less spinach colored model, but the first one I had like these lines. So you would have there would be these vertical lines that would I don't know how I broke the Game Boy, but there were four vertical lines on my Game Boy. And that's when I realized like Nintendo doesn't make perfect products. And my Nintendo would break down, my Super Nintendo would break down, but my Super Nintendo still works. My GameCube doesn't really work, and my Wii does, my Wii U does. This does. For how long, I don't know. The idea for me is to conquer all these hexagons and see how far I can get. Let's see. So, ice blocker. Ice blocker, what is that? Mech part? There's a mech part. We passed the ice blocker. What was that? What is that part? Let's see. So I can see the map on the top right. Hold on. I think I know. Hold on. We gotta do a crazy jump up here. Here we go. So this is an ice. It can be removed. Yeah. So once I have the ice ability, I can do something with this. I did something with the fire ability, and I got something. Got some enhancements. Uh, I enhanced my bike. Let's see. What do we got? So I can't go back to the fireplace I was because I need ice ability to get through the lava. So I can't go back and do anything with that. Okay, let's see. How much time have I wasted here and bored all of you? Let's try this. Okay, let's go back to this key, the master teleporter key point in the back. Okay, so I'm gonna go back that way and see if I can do anything with that. If not, I'll wrap it up. Oh, shit in hell. So this is what the desert looks like. Not a lot going on. This is pod racing. I know not what this map here, the top left does. Oh shit! Oh shit! You shit! That stupid spinny fuck. That spinny object. Okay, here we go. So that's where this next one is. I couldn't find an entrance for it. Is there something I can do here? Not I hear it. I can hear that piece of shit. Where is it? What is it? Where is it? He's just rolling around somewhere. That's not an enemy I'm going to be liking, am I? I'm going to call him Spinny Fuck because he's spinny. But because I don't know what else to call him. But see, can I go over there? Can I go on those bridges? The overpass? Oh, you shit! Where is he? He's just gonna hide and seek. See, this leads me away, but there's nothing here. Get missiles. I still don't know what this green stuff does. A lot of nothing. This way I can't go to unless I have a boost ball. Or psychic boost ball is what's supposed to get me up there. I can't get up there. Okay, I'll tell you what we will do here. Let's go in this section and see if something comes up. Whatever is this? Whatever is this? Hold on. Oh, good. That's where we're going to end it. We will end this video in this section. Hold on. But before I go any further, yeah. They automatically lowered to be stowed beneath the bridges while the bridge is passable. How do we get over there? We have the morph ball in there, but how do you morph ball in there? What do you do? Look at the structure, but I can't get in there. And I would not go down there. Well, I think I'm going to have to figure this out later. But that's it for now. I'm going to have to figure out where to go and save. Is there any... Is there anything else? That utilizes... Okay. So I need the speed fucking ball. Lots of places I can't go because of things I don't have. All right. Let me see where are we at here. This is entrance to Chrono Tower. Fury Green. I might go back to Fury Green and then just recuperate. I'll do about an hour and a half of this, and then right after this will be the board game and some more short. And those are the amiibos that I'm not going to buy. See you in an hour and a half.